Hello, YouTube. This is the Galley La Podcast, and today we are going to be reviewing Tower of God Season 2, Episodes 3 and 4. So please like and subscribe if you have not. Comment, leave your thoughts below, but do not spoil us because we are just reviewing it week to week with the anime, so no spoilers beyond this point, please. I am Akainu Fanboy, the other guy is Geboss,
Yo.
and so yes. So today we are going to okay. So we have the new test from Love, and we pick off from pick up where Bam was having his encounter with him, and how Love hates Fug, and then we start to see development of the new test attendees and all their character development too through these two episodes. So what were your thoughts on these two episodes generally, G-Boss?
I liked them. I don't know. I kind of like the tests from season 1 a bit better, but
I agree. Yeah.
yeah. But I do like the character interactions that we got here. Especially we see Han kind of develop his relationship with Misang, the little girl, and and yeah, I thought it was interesting. Because there was stuff that was brought in but not really explained. We'll get into that as we go along, but yeah, what were your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, so I would agree. I'd say I enjoyed the test a lot more in season 1 and everything. But it did kind of develop the characters pretty well, and I kind of thought like it was more exposition for these characters. And I think with like lurkers, thugs, like the guy who was possessing and everything like that, I thought they were kind of weird and they weren't really explained super well.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like at the same time though, we did get really good like development on people like Lurker, where you even felt a degree of sympathy for him, you know.
I don't know.
And how like
I still think
a degree.
Yeah, the tiniest degree.
Yes. Just kind of like how everybody kind of becomes a monster in this tower and things like that too. You know, still a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. You know.
Yeah.
And then Wagner, you got to see him kind of go towards the darkness, but then he resists it, which was really good too. And then his friend Nia gets killed. But it's like kind of a good reminder of just like betrayal is kind of like a consistent theme in this story, as we saw a lot in season 1 with what Kun did, of how Kun was betrayed, how Rachel betrayed, and things like that too. So, it's good to see that theme carried on too, and then we get to see some more development with some of the other new characters in the group as well too.
Yeah. But I did not expect Nia to die so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
No. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That caught me off guard a bit, and like I thought like what was kind of interesting is like you know, at the beginning of freaking, I think it was episode 4, when you had that kind of older fat lady gets thrown into the room and everything like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just kind of like, oh, you know, there's a little kiddish, and then it kind of like gets amped up just like immediately later on. You know, I was like, oh, okay, wait, now they still kind of have that brutal aspect to it, like that we saw in kind of the first couple episodes of season 1 and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did kind of forget that they literally eliminated like 200 people within the first couple episodes. But it wasn't characters we really knew, you know?
Yeah, so you kind of had like that tribal warrior, he's about to kill Bam, and then the archer shoots the tribal warrior, and then the sniper rifle guy kills the archer, you know? And so we got a bit of this too, where Rap Devil is his name, or you know, and like you get to see him, he's betraying Prince, right?
Yeah.
But then Rap Devil gets killed. So,
yeah, I didn't see that coming.
I was wrong
either.
on that one.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming either. So yeah, I was interested. Did they give like a really like an explanation of why he did, or maybe I'm forgetting?
I think it was kind of more like Lurker just wanted to take over and climb the tower with everybody else, kind of like the ringleader, and that's why he betrayed him.
I guess, yeah. But I would think that you might want to keep your cash cow, with Prince.
Well, I guess if they reach the tower, they don't need the money anymore
true.
At that point.
That's true. But keep them as long as they can, But yeah, I was not expecting. Speaking of Rap Devil and his death, I was not expecting Kang to be that powerful. Like, he unleashes his arm ability, which I think out of everyone's abilities that's been introduced so far, I like his the most. So,
yeah,
I'm interested to see like if they develop it further with like the concept of with devils, because he says like, I have a devil. I'll show you a real devil in this arm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a concept or if it was just a play off of Rap Devil's name, basically.
Maybe.
Like kind of like, yeah, oh, you call yourself the devil, well, let me show you, kind of thing, And so, yeah, I'm not sure if it was like a play off words or if it's going to be a concept, but then at the same time, like, I guess like kind of what I find interesting a little bit with this show is like the utilization of how can I say it? Like, yeah, it is just kind of like brutal and cutthroat and everything. And also, wait, no, so yeah, this was kind of the idea where you have Prince's dad saying the thing that meant most to him in the world was his son, but then he treats everybody in the world like trash. And it just kind of reminds me a little bit like Rachel too, where she loves the stars above everything else even more than Bam, and then grew to hate Bam and everything like that too. And I think there's like this aspect in the tower where you have your reason why you're climbing the tower, but then you kind of become a monster for that reason to climb the tower.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Lurker kind of brings that up, like, when Wang Nan's attacking him, like, you're trying to justify your everything, in terms of like revenge and that you're just and everything. Where everyone's kind of climbing for their own selfish reason.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately why Wang Nan doesn't kill him, because he doesn't want to continue the cycle of hatred.
And would you say that's a difference from Kun, or at least the old Kun, Or do you think it's like...
I mean, we did get a... I think Kun's a lot more cutthroat. Like, he knew what he had to do,
Yeah.
Whereas Wang Nan, I think, has a lot more mercy in his heart.
Yeah, and Bam had a hard time understanding that too.
Yeah, because like with Rachel at the end of season 1, Kun was like I'm keeping my eye on you. So he's not as trusting, I don't think. Whereas I think Wang Nan is, but I think that Bomb does see Wang Nan in the same light as Kun.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think like, oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and we see Kun at the end of this this episode or at the end of episode 4 when like Bomb's reminiscing after he talked with Wang Nan. So
yeah, and I think you just kind of get this connection between like Bam having a hard time understanding what he's doing with the forgiveness, and I think that's maybe in season 1, it's like he forgives people a good bit, like probably to a detrimental effect, in a lot of ways. While here, it's still incomprehensible to him. And I don't think this is an act. I think this is like genuinely true who he is. Like, he's having a hard time understanding it. I think maybe to speculate that he's having a hard time forgiving Rachel, and he's still bitter about the whole thing.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to open himself up to the potential of being betrayed. I think that's where he's at with his character.
So he's becoming like the old Kun, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, even Kun was open to like teaming up for his own benefit, whereas Bomb's just kind of like, oh, you're all too weak. I was gonna bring up with Bomb though. He does say that Wang Nong convinces him to help take down Lurker and his allies, which shows that he does have his walls are breaking down. I feel.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think any of that had to do with the fight with Love at all?
I would say it's more Wang Nan, because I think with Love, he was kind of... I would say he's kind of like on equal terms with Love, because if they weren't playing that specific game, if it was an all-out fight, it looked like Bomb was going to gain the upper hand, because it looks like he can learn and copy abilities really well.
Yeah, I did find it interesting how Love's parents were killed by Fug. Because what we see on average, the proctors and the instructors tend not, and the rankers, at least from what we've seen, I think that's going to change. But a lot of the rankers tend to be good people, for the most part. So maybe I think it could be a couple ways where there's good people on both sides, and kind of like One Piece where the top is rotten but the people below are good in a way, or Bug can also have some devious elements to it too, because so I kind of like how they're keeping it kind of mysterious right now, and we do see how the test director for this game is actually working with the test director of the previous season. Something like the deep fish or something. I'm blanking on the name for him.
I thought
the coffee turtle. Yeah.
I thought he had a different name. I didn't think that was his name. I thought it was it started with an H, I thought. But anyway,
I think they referred to him as his alias, like the fish or something,
maybe,
because the royal guard that fought him referred to him as the same alias in their fight. So I could be wrong. There could be multiple fish, but I did a quick little Google search without trying to spoil myself, and it showed up that same the coffee turtle from season 1.
Yeah. So I just looked it up. The submerged fish is the thing that Yuhan Sung controls.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But anyway, it seems like they want Wang Nan to advance as Fug wishes. So they're all in cahoots with Fug. So that's going to be interesting to see how corrupt that is, because I'm wondering if Fug is composed of rankers that want to depose King Jahad.
Yeah.
That's what I think, potentially. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I think that's a good theory. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, because the test instructor, he seemed slightly sus.
Yeah.
Oh,
his red eyes didn't give it away.
Yeah, Oh, no. Are you talking about the second season one or the first season one?
Second season. This guy with the red eyes. And then season 1.
I was talking about... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was sus too.
Yeah. And cool. I like his character, but yeah, sus.
Yeah, but he was also, working with the guy that came from Jahad too at the end of season 1. But
I think he kind of manipulated him, though.
Yeah.
To get Bam separated from the rest of the group.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah. But we have our group that's advancing the tower. Which I was kind of expecting all the main people to join. I didn't really expect Prince. And I didn't expect Prince to be when they're celebrating, he's just there being all buddy with them. And I'm like, okay, you had this complete god complex and you should not be. You should not be talking to this little girl, like she's your equal or whatever. I found that kind of weird.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just wonder what her deal is, because we do get a little insight into her character, and her connection with Han, like when she wouldn't open the door. I really did like that scene.
That was a cool scene and great character development, and I think it was natural.
Yeah.
It wasn't forced at all, and we got a little bit of an inkling with it, and episode 1 or 2, I think, when he's interacting with them. I'm blanking which episode it was.
I think it's episode 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was saying, "Oh, I'm this girl's father." That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a little English. So yeah, I do like how they're kind of developing the characters so far. I'm getting more interested in them. And Wang Nan too is kind of growing on me more, and it was cool how they kind of showed Boone towards the end. We're not sure how, if he's like nearby or what, or if it's kind of like a tease,
I would assume he's much higher up, because it's been a number of years since season 1. So they don't tell you how long it takes to climb the tower, but
it's kind of funny with like Hots though. I mean, that Hots rumor with Rap Devil. I guess that could have turned out to be Cap, potentially.
Yeah. Who knows?
I think Hots is stronger than Keg, if I had to guess. Like this overtime experience and stuff. I think the Rap Devil thing was a little. Yeah, I think that may have just been an urban legend, or just like him lying, potentially. So I'm curious to see if they pick up on that later.
Yeah. If we even see them in season 2.
Yeah, I think we might. I think there's a good shot we might and everything. So
yeah,
hopefully, that'll be really cool.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm interested to see how Bomb's gonna interact with this group now. Going forward.
Yeah, it's like he's starting back from square one, even though he's super powerful.
Yeah, and he's kind of being forced into this, because he didn't want to have any group. So.
Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, it is cool to see the contrast between him and season 1. They're just like two different characters at this point, which I think is cool. Now we're not entirely sure why he's acting this way, but I think it's safe to assume it's because of the whole Rachel thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So any closing thoughts?
No, good chapters. Hopefully the tests will be a little bit more exciting. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be some good stuff coming. For sure. Completely agree that, and Love is a cool character, and that's my last point for these 2 episodes. So yeah. So please like and subscribe, everyone. Leave your comments below on your thoughts on this episode and the thoughts on our commentary. We'd love hearing from you. And we will see you guys later, probably with the One Piece chapter review. So see you all later. Peace. See ya.